Okay, guys. So good morning to everyone. Thank you guys for joining. This is our the basically a demo class, or basically you will get the things that we are going to teach you, or what we are going to do in our real world classes. Okay. So let's get started with it. I mean, there are few things that we need everyone to understand before we get into it. Okay. So what happens is everyone just feels that, let's say, we get, I mean, to get any job, right? Just 1 month is enough, which is never the case, guys. So this is nothing but a myth, right? Yes, there might be few people who might already be working in the same industry and they are working on similar set of tools. For them, yes, because they have all the previous experience and stuff, they might be able to get this in 1 month. But for anyone who is a bit new to all of this, right? Will need at least 3 months of effort, guys. Okay. This is something that all of you should keep that in mind. Because if you don't have this expectation in mind, right, then things are going to be a bit difficult. You will get frustrated very early, and then there are going to be problems. Okay. So always just remember that at least 3 months is something that you're going to get. But yes, it's not like that you cannot do it. If you are really sincere, you will be able to crack this in 3 months. Okay, we have seen that, we have done that in the past. That's why with experience we are telling you. Okay, this is our 27th batch real world, right? So we have done it. Don't worry on that. It's difficult, a bit difficult, but yeah, if you give it consistent efforts, you would be able to do it. Okay. Now, I mean, till past few months where everything was stopped by corona, right, there was this trend of like they just pray for proxy and then just get any backdoor entry and get the job, right? Yes, many people got this job, but you might have also heard about the news that they were actually fired later on, right? Because see, if you just get the job by doing some proxy and stuff, how will you be able to maintain or sustain in that job, right? You need to be able to, like, answer to your manager, right? Answer to your client, do the actual task. All of those things are what you're going to be able to survive in the job, right? So to survive in the job, you need all of these things, right? So that's why these things basically are a big no. No point in doing that. If you still need help in this, yeah, that can be done. But yeah, I mean, this is something that you need to put some efforts, right? When you get the efforts, then only you will be able to sustain or survive in that job, whatever you got it. Okay. Now, many people say that, okay, just 30 days of training is enough, which is not true. 30 days of training is just the technical part of it. You just don't need technical things, right? You need many other things, right? You would need actual communications to be there, right? You need to be able to speak up. You need to be able to tell your things to your manager or your senior management, right? Then you need experience for the real time or real world projects, right? That is very important. Then on top of that, you need basic understanding of SQL, data warehousing, cloud knowledge, right? Everything is important, right? These are all the things that you actually need. Just training is what, 30% of things. You just know about the components. That's it. So with just only component knowledge, it's not going to be enough. That's why this real world becomes very important. Okay, guys, right? So that's something, right? And then people say that knowing 10 projects is what they need, right? We need to get hands-on experience on 10 projects and then we will be able to crack the interviews. This again is a very big myth, right? If you know only one project end to end, right, that is 100% fine. Okay. Let's say my example only from past 6 years, right? I am working in one single project. That's it, right? So since I am in that one single project, I know it end to end. That is my advantage, right? When I get into an interview, I will be explaining only about that one project, but in so details that it becomes very clear for the interviewer that I know in and out of it, and then I can work on any project, right? Many people what they think is like, okay, I should know about 3 to 4 projects, and then only I will get selected. But then someone asks you about a question about your first project itself, right? You are not able to tell the answers. Why? Because you don't know the details of it. So those details are very important, guys. If you just know one project or max to max 2 projects, that's more than enough. Okay. So these are all the myths that we want to burst out, guys, directly in this intro class itself, so that you are able to go ahead and continue better. Okay. Nowadays, as you might have also seen that work from home and everything is available, so you will get some external support and all. But as you know that Corona is gone, right? Now everyone is returning to offices. At least 2 days you have to go. There are many firms who are calling you now for a whole week, right? So this is also not going to help you now, right? So with all of this, right, what we need to say is that now efforts are needed. Okay. You need to actually do things and then you can get the job and then you can sustain the job. Okay. Then people also think that, okay, if we get recorded session and we just get some source code, right, that is enough. No, until and unless you do hands-on, you try to solve the problems, right, on your own. You try to debug your code, right? That is when you will be able to learn things, guys. Okay, if someone just gives you the code, that's never enough until and unless you practice it with yourself, right? That is what is important, right? Let's say simple task of making a tea, right? Everyone thinks that making a tea is very easy, right? It's super easy. You can just go on YouTube and watch a video of making tea, right? But even when you actually go and do it and then you taste the tea, right? Then you understand, okay, whatever the Google or YouTube is saying, yes, that might be true, but then it depends on various other factors also, right? So that's why this hands-on is very important. Until and unless you do it, right, you won't be able to know what is there inside it. Okay. Now people also feel, right, when they join, they feel that, okay, they will join and they will just give 100% attendance on the first day itself. They will be very happy and they will feel like that, yes, I'll be there 100% of the time for next whole month. But you're not going to be. Okay. Only 30% of you, let's say 10 people join, right? Only 3% will be there till the end. Like this have been happening from all the batches, guys. I know that, I've seen that, right? Everyone at the beginning for first 2 3 days they will come. When I start giving you task, right, to do, then you are going to start skipping it because hard things don't people don't do. And then those 3 people, right, I can guarantee they are going to get the job. Whoever are those 30% people, right, who are going to be left till the end, those are the people who are going to get the job because they will have hands-on experience. When the interviewer asks, right, what is the hard part of your job, they will be able to tell because they have actually done that hard part, right? So that becomes very important. So that's why what is our philosophy, right? I mean, people outside, what they do is they teach 100 people and then get, say, like 10 people get placed, right? And then they say that everything is cool. We don't kind of do that. We teach only 10 people, right? And we try to get them all 10 placed. That is what is needed, right? So that's why we tell you all of this in the first class itself. If you're not able to, or if you think that you won't be able to be consistent for all this time period, right, I would just say this is not for you, right? If you are really ready to do hard work and if you really want the job, then please come here, right? Because we will be giving you personal guidance. We will be spending time on you, right? Every person will have different need, right? Someone will have problem in communication. Someone will have problem in SQL. Someone will not know cloud, right? So we will have to tackle that person in that way. That's why we take kind of less people and then we try to put, like, let's say, that effort on that particular person specifically, right? If someone needs communication help, then yes, we'll try to give him some steps or some measures that he should take so that he can be good in communication, like he can try to improve his English. If someone is weak technically, then we will try to teach him the concepts again from the basics, right? That would help. So all these are things that are the actual reality of this business and everything, right? So you need to know all of them so that you can get started. Okay. So now moving on, what are you going to get from this course? Okay. So we are going to take actually 2 real world projects and it will be complete hands-on, guys. Okay. I'm just going to come in the class and kind of give you the projects like your manager is going to be. Okay. So first day, I'm just going to tell you, okay, this is the task, right? This is what you have to do. Now you have to take one day and actually try to do it. You will have to Google things. You will have to watch our Udemy course. You will have to just go and get some understanding from anywhere where you can. Okay. You will have to put these efforts, right? And then you are going to come back the next day and I'm going to explain you the probable solutions. Because see, for any question, there are not going to be always one solution. There are going to be multiple solutions, right? So I'm going to give you the best possible and plus along with that, whatever you might have done, right? I would help you to correct that and do stuff on that. Okay. So that being said, what is important here is this prerequisite. Okay. What is the prerequisite? You should have at least basic knowledge of Talent, SQL, and data warehouse. If you don't have those guys, then this real world project is not for you. You need to have these basics. So we also teach this. Okay. If you have learned from somewhere else, then fine, right? That's also okay. But if you don't know the basics of Talent, SQL, and data warehousing, I would suggest to join our batch for training first. There, with the training, we give you the real world. It's a complete package. So it comes with that. Okay. But if you just want the real world, then your basic necessity is that you need to be you need to be at least basic trained in Talent, SQL, and data warehouse. Because we are not going to teach you from scratch what this component does and what that component does. No, that is not going to happen in real world project. Okay. We are going to ask you to do some stuff based on the thinking that, okay, you know the basics of Talent, you know the basics of SQL, and you know the basics of data warehouse. Okay. So if anyone has any questions on this at the end, right, we will take that up and we will guide you. Okay, where should you join? Should you join here or should you join our training courses? Okay. So we are going to take two real world projects. One would be the data warehousing and other would be the data lake implementation. Okay. So this is kind of something that is old school and will be asked in almost all your interviews. This is something which is new implementation that is going on around in the business, right? And we are going to take with all of the latest tools. Okay, so we are going to have like AWS, which is nothing but a cloud tool. We are going to have a Snowflake. We are going to have Postgres, which is a traditional database, and Snowflake is the new cloud database. We are going to tell you about Git. We are going to explain you how the agile projects work, right? And Talent, SQL, and data warehousing, they always come in the package. Okay, so all of these things will be taught by us during this 1 month period of real world training. Okay. Then, as I told you, right, for each person, we are going to have continuous mentoring sessions, right? I am going to teach you, Sanjay is going to take some part of it, and then we have mentors in the group. Okay, we basically create a WhatsApp chat group, right? We will keep you in that, right? And then their mentors are also there. If you have any doubts, you are going to post that in the group, and someone will connect with you, take a Zoom call, take your screen control, and help you there. Okay, so all of those things are going to happen, right? And your questions and doubts, whatever you might have, will be resolved for sure. Okay, then we are going to take care, or at least some importance is given here also for your business communication, email etiquettes, and personal improvement tips, right? Because if someone is very good technically but not able to explain what he or she means, right, that again becomes a problem, right? You should be able to explain yourself. That is important. So all those kind of things we are going to do, right? If you, let's say, are in Hyderabad, you can kind of go to our training institute also, right, to get your doubts clarified. That's also there, right? If you don't have that privilege, then on anyways you are on the WhatsApp group. Once you ping your screenshot of the error, someone is going to for sure help you with that. Okay, then we give attention to each and every individual. That's what the point I made, right? That's very important, right? Then moving on, we help you with your resume preparation also. Once your real world project is done, we will help you with resume preparation. We will take your interviews, right? We are going to take some mock interviews of you, right? So that we know that how much you are prepared and then how much you can put in your resume also, right? Because everyone will not be, let's say, 3 years worth of experience. Everyone will not be, let's say, 2 years of worth of experience. So it depends on person to person, how much knowledge you have. Based on that, you can put things up. Okay. Then you also have this Chai Pe Charcha. This is again for the Hyderabad folks, right? So Sanjay takes that over there in the institute. So if you are there, you can go ahead and join it. If not, then anyways, the classes that I'm going to take every morning 9 to 10, they are kind of going to be enough. So this time has changed a bit, guys. I'll change it. So it's 9 to 10 now, not 8:30 to 9:30. Okay. So it's 9 to 10. I'll just change that. Okay. Then with on top of all of this, right, you are going to get the Udemy course as well. So Udemy is a platform, right, where the all the material for technical people, right, is there. Okay, it's like on YouTube you have all the videos, right, for everything. On Udemy you will have all the videos for learning material, right? We have a 13.5 hour course there, right? You will be able to get that course for free when you join us for this real world, right? And you will be able to get those videos anytime when you, right? You can just go to that and watch it, and you will be able to just purify or learn your basic skills again. Okay, so that is also going to help you. Fine, guys. So these are all the points that we are going to give you. I'll just stop for some time. Anyone, any questions till now? Anyone, any questions still here? No? Okay, fine.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, Shingan.
So actually, are you covering the tag part also? Tag TMC?
So TAC TMC, again, we are going to give you the videos of that. Okay. So when I say videos, right, I mean, we are going to basically see, TAC and TMC, as you know, right, they come with the enterprise version of it. Okay. So that requires another big amount of money. So what we are going to do is we are going to give you the videos of that. And if, let's say, someone is working on a project, right, and he already has access to the TAC and TMC, I can take access to his screen or her screen, and then I can explain that in the class also, if you're open to that. Okay, I can show you that like live hands-on by taking control of your screen, right? That's one option to do it. Or the other option is we have recorded videos on the Udemy also, right? We have recorded videos of TMC, which is the latest one, right? And we have offline recorded videos of TAC as well, right? So we will provide you that. But then again, hands-on practice on TAC and TMC, at least during the sessions, is not possible because it takes some amount of money for that. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes.
Okay. If you are working in a project where you already have TAC and TMC, right? Feel free to give me control of your screen, right? That will be helpful for everyone, right? I'll take your screen and then I can show you everything, whatever you need. Okay, so
Uh,
I'll just quickly show you our Udemy video also, right? So if you just go to this Udemy, okay, so the Udemy is the link. Just create your own IDs, guys. Go and log in with your Gmail ID, right? And then if you go and just click talent right here, so you will get many courses out here, right? And then if you see, we have a course that is here. So this one is our course. So this is, both of these are our courses only. This was in only specific to like Talent, TMC and AWS. This one has SQL data warehousing and everything. So this is a more detailed course, right? So this course you are going to get for free. It will have all the videos. So the TAC and TMC is also there here.
I think
S3 and
the screen
everything.
is not visible.
Oh, is it? 1 second, guys. Okay. Are you able to see it now, guys? Just go back.
Yes.
Is it visible now? So see guys, this is Udemy, right? You can just go here and click on talent, the search for talent, guys. Okay, and if you go down, here is our course. This one. Okay, so this is a 13.5 hour course. This is also our course, but this does not have SQL and data warehousing in it. This one has everything in details, and this will be very, very helpful. So inside this course, you will be able to see everything. So let's say related to S3, AWS components, slowly changing dimensions, TMC. So you have videos for everything here. At anyways, you can just watch them and learn on your own as well. Plus, I'll be teaching that in the classes also. Okay. This is all there here. So based on part wise, based on the set of components for file management, processing, database, orchestration, for each, all the components, everything is there here. It's my voice in the video. You would be able to see and understand it very clear. Okay. Sanjay, you wanna take care of the fees section? Just quickly.
Yeah, sure. Let me take the control once. Can you give me the share access?
Yep, provided. Go ahead.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, as discussed, right? So every month we'll be starting 2 batches, guys. Okay, one is a training batch. Okay, which concludes which consists of 30 days training and 30 days real-time training, real-time projects, real-world projects, and interview preparation like mock interviews, resume preparation, and interview questions basically. Okay, so for this batch we will be charging 15,000 rupees. Okay, and if you feel that you already trained somewhere and you want only real time rest, this 30 days, right? Then we are charging like 7,500 basically. Okay, 7,500. And another batch is there. Okay, another batch is like who completed training and who completed the real world projects also. And he has idea of real world projects also. And he wants to crack the interviews with our help, like everyday mock interviews. Tagi and I, like, we will connect you individually and we'll take the mock interviews. We'll give the feedback. What are the areas you need to cover? That is called as Super 15 batch. Okay, which is completely like focusing on. There is no duration basically until you get placed basically. Okay, be it a client interview, be it a outside job or whatever it is, until you get placed. Uh, we will be helping you. So the amount would be little high. That whoever interested, they can reach out to us. We can discuss like what is your experience and what is your motivation, or like client interview, or it's a other outside job interview. Okay, depends on that. But there is no duration, and at the same time, it's not for everyone. Whoever is only for those whoever is committed and who doesn't give excuses. Okay, every day he has to give the interview, every day he has to practice the scenario based questions, and he has to give the mock interview, and he has to connect with the mentors, and he has to complete all the projects, not only real world projects, whatever the projects we will give basically. Okay, that is Super 15. Okay, so these three kinds of. Okay, so for you guys, whoever is who completed training with us, there is no charge for this real time, and who is joining newly, for them it will be 7,500. And we do referral basically. If you refer anyone, here also we give discount, here also we give discount basically. Okay, that depends on how many members you are referring, and uh, who has referred you basically. We can discuss on that. Okay, and in this 7,500 you will be getting the free Udemy access also. Okay, if for example, right, if you got trained somewhere and you want to refer some concepts, right, then you can go to this Udemy course. And for example, in real world project, we are referring tmap component, and you want to refer back to the tmap basics basically, right? Then you can go to this Udemy course and just refer back to the basics. Okay, yeah, that's about the fee structure. Okay, what else? Okay, any questions on this? And it's a one-time payment, guys. Okay, there is no
Right.
installments.
So, right. The second option, the 7,500, the 30 days. So could you please explain what are the topics and like we'll cover during the 30 days in brief?
Just now, Tagi explained that you were there.
Yeah, I was there. Like,
And what kind of?
like it is completely hands-on, right? The 30
Yeah, it's
days.
completely hands-on. Like, see,
Uh,
see, these 30 days will be covering two
Mhm.
projects. Okay, so that is, one is data warehouse, another is data lake. Okay, why we have chosen data warehouse? Because for any ETL developer, right, most of the times, 90% of the times, people will be asking about the questions mainly related to data warehouse. Okay, so that's why we have taken this project. And data lake is completely focused on talent. Okay, this focus on talent, data warehouse, SQL. And data lake is completely focused on talent project. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, these two projects, 15 days, 15 days.
Okay.
And here we don't create the job. Okay, please make a note of it. Okay, we don't create the job. In the training part, right, we will create the jobs. I will be explaining the topic, and I'll be giving the assignment. But here we will be giving the assignment. You need to prepare the job. If you are not able to build the job, then we will be helping you. But we don't uh, explain each and every component and how what is tmap, what is tfile input delimiter. We don't explain those topics.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, guys. So that's why it's important, as I said, right? The prerequisite is you need to be aware of Talent, SQL, and data warehousing concepts. Basic concepts are needed, right? You should know what TDDB input does, T file
Okay.
input delimited does, T file input Excel does. If you don't know that, then training is there. You can go ahead, join the training. From there, I'll basically come and teach you every day for 30 days, each and every component that are needed. Okay, and then you can get the real world experience. But if you already are trained, then yes, then this is the right class for you, because here, right, we are teaching you projects basically, right?
Oh,
This
okay.
is
Now
not
I
a
understand.
training, this is a project thing. Okay, here it's the implementation of the project or the knowledge that you already had with Talent. Okay, that's what something we want to clarify very clearly in the first session itself, because then people have the expectation that okay, you are going to teach us what that each component do. No, for that we have training, we will teach you there. This is just the implementation of stuff.
And we have seen people who complained also, like these people are not giving the talent job, they are not preparing the talent jobs. But we are upfront saying that we don't create the jobs. Even though we have the jobs, right, we don't want to give those jobs because you will be in comfort zone and you won't be able to think. For example, if there is a requirement, right, if I give you the solution, right, you won't be able to think first thing, right? If I give the assignment and if you think like 100 ways or 99 ways, and there would be one way using which you can resolve that issue, but you got to know about 99 other approaches. But if I give the solution directly, you will arrive at the only one solution. Okay, so that's what we believe basically. But end of the project, we'll be explaining the complete end-to-end project with the components. Okay, that
Yeah,
will be there, guys.
so I can actually show you that. So we have finished our one batch. I can just quickly take the screen share. So this was our 26th batch, guys. So this we finished, I mean, on this Friday, Saturday itself, right? So with this, we completed everything. So yes, I gave them the whole job. And this is the only time where I gave them the final job. Okay, before that, I just used to tell them what needs to be done, right? And then there are people who complete that task. Okay,
Okay.
so we give them some things which are needed for that particular piece of information, but then we don't actually spoon feed you. That spoon feed is not going to be happening. That's what something that I want to everyone to be very, very clear. So things, yes, we will give you stuff. We will give you the code also where it's needed, what it needs to be done for your learning, which is something new, which is a bit advanced. All of that is going to happen, guys. But then direct spoon feeding that, okay, this is the job and just run it. No, that's not something that we will do. We will tell you the things, we will guide you the things, and then we will want you to work on it. If you're not able to, then yes, I'll for sure help you with that. But yes, everything is coming from your side more in this than we doing it. Right. So we will just give you that these are all the checks that you have to do in your job, right? And get that done. Then people will try it, they will load this. So if you see, right, they have loaded all the 5 tables. So these are our students who are sending the screenshots. They are asking questions, we are helping them and all this kind of stuff. So this is what happens in your proper real world, guys. So real world is going to be more of you and then less of us. Okay. And then
And
in training, it's like straightforward. Yeah, go ahead, son.
yeah, also, right, so during the sessions, right, so you will be having dedicated mentors, like 6 to 7 mentors you will be having. Okay, you can reach out to them. Okay, if you are getting any issue after trying multiple times, also after trying all other options, still if you are not able to get right, you can reach out to mentor. You can have a Zoom call with him, and you can share your screen. You can tell your issue. Basically, he will be able to help you. Your mentors are nothing but the people who already trained with us. So current batch is 27th, right? So mentors are like they got trained in like 17th batch, 18th batch, and who already got placed into some companies, right? So they want to contribute their help to Talent Tech Solutions. So they are the mentors, guys. Okay. So who already done those uh, projects and who already working in the real time project, good MNC companies basically. Okay, so they are the mentors.
If you want, right? See, this is one example. So this is our 28th batch that was going on. So this girl, she had an issue, right? So what we did, we attached a mentor to that guy, right? So this is the guy. So he's first trying to help directly on the chat. If he is not able to, then they went on to a call, right? And then that helped. So that also happens. As I told you, right? We go into a Zoom call, take access of your screen, exactly find what is the issue, because sometimes just screenshots are never enough, right? So then we give you the details of why and how it might be. Everything happens through a WhatsApp group, guys. Every session is recorded. Yes, that is also there, guys. So every session that you have, right? Where did it go? 1 second, guys. So every session that you have, you're going to get a YouTube link for that. And that is going to be your personal YouTube link, which you're going to have forever. Okay, just save these links somewhere, right? After every class, you're going to get a YouTube video link. Okay, whatever I teach in the class, that will get recorded over there. So let's say if you miss by any chance, which we would request not to miss, make sure this is your priority, you would be able to get that back from this YouTube video.
Yep. So content wise, no compromise, guys. Okay. So you need to utilize us. Basically, that's what we'll tell to every batch. But what happens after 2 to 3 days, people will be losing the interest. They don't want to do hands-on. But if you really want to crack the interview, and we will give 100% placement guarantee if you complete training plus these 2 real world projects and interview preparation, nothing but the interview questions what we give and mock interviews basically. So if you do all of this, if you are not getting, then I and Tyagi personally, we will take care of that profile. If you have done everything and not getting the placement, right, we will personally take that profile and we'll able to get you placed.
So
Yep.
this demo only for project based starting or both training and project based?
No, training, basically what happened, 27th batch started last month. Okay. So
Oh, okay.
I think here 6 to 7 people are there who completed their training basically, like
Okay.
and they are entering into the real-time projects. For outsiders who completed the training, right, for them it is a real-time batch.
Okay.
You got it?
So basically right now, right, 28th batch is going on. Okay, so the
Okay.
training is going on here. This is their day 12, or basically, sorry, day 13 today that I just did in the morning. Okay,
Okay.
and
So
and once, I mean, if you need complete training and everything, then just wait for 15 days. Another batch will start. That would be the 29th batch. So you can start from training, and then real world is also part of that training itself.
okay.
That's what Sanjay said, right?
So
That's how it
right,
goes.
right.
Yeah.
In the training 30 days, so how many days you'll cover the talent instead of
You
SQL and basics?
Rama, right? Is it
Right.
so? Could you please ping me personally? So I'll be providing complete what is the course syllabus and what we cover. I will give you the links basically.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Because I mean, if we going to explain that, it will take time, right? Training part.
Yeah, that's fine. Like just one word, like
Okay, so
30 days,
talent,
like
we
how
will be
many
teaching
days?
30 days, 30 days,
Hmm.
30 days talent components and syllabus. I'll ping you as I mentioned, and SQL also.
Right.
So I
Okay.
mean, it goes hand in hand, Rama. It's never like that I just teach you talent only. So let's say if I just show you this, right? So what we did is we started with talent, right? We learned about just quickly covering this, guys. So we took about like what is what. Okay, started talent, workspace, project, jobs, and everything. We created some stuff. Then we started with extract of files. So all this was related to talent, right? But now we
Okay.
want to extract the data from database. So to get the data from database, first you need to create the table, right? You should have some data in the database. So for that, you need to learn SQL also. So SQL goes hand in hand. Without SQL, at least talent alone is not enough, right? That's the thing.
Okay.
So you learn
Right.
SQL, you load the table, you learn to how to create table and load the data into the table. Once you do that, then you
Okay.
do TDB
Like
input,
from the day
right?
one, you will start with talent, but in the meantime, wherever the
Both
SQL
things
project
will
is
go parallelly. Yes, both
oh,
things will
parallel.
go
Yeah.
parallelly. And then like
Understood.
so let's say now you go again with talent, everything till here is talent.
Right.
But then again today, right? Then after that I explained them SQL again, because
Right.
that is also needed. because I have taught you
Mhm.
T filter row, but then same thing you can do by using where query, right? Order by, I have taught you sort, so you need to know the order by also in query. So both
Right.
things we try to relate and we teach you. So again, I
Okay.
taught TMAP, but then I had to take a break today to to teach them join in SQL. So first I'll teach them in SQL, and then now I will cover this fifth point, that is how to join with using tjoin and tmap. So it
Right.
always goes hand in hand. It's never like, okay, it's only talent or it's only SQL.
Okay.
Both things will go parallel.
Oh, thanks.
Any other question?
And in the real time, people want to use Studio, right? Talent Studio. So, like, how the people will
They
mine
will
this?
use Studio. They will use Studio.
But in the most of the client places, they won't use to use the Studio, whatever the free software we are. I mean, for using for demos.
So see, I mean, I at least 80% of your tool is still the same. Okay, this is just Open Studio version of it. In the enterprise also, right? The
Uh-huh.
components don't differ much. Whatever you have here, you will have there also. It's just you will
Okay.
have few extra components there. That's it. So like let's say around 82%, 80 to 85% of your tool is exactly the same. You just have few extra components in enterprise version, which are going to help you to do some rocket science activity easily. Here also that
Okay.
can be done, but you would need a combination of 3 to 4 components. There you can get that done with just one component. Let's say, for
Okay. That.
example, T parallelize. Parallelize is there in the enterprise tool, but not in the free tool. So
Okay. That
those
also
things are
called
there. That's it.
Studio itself. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Enterprise.
This is the
Okay.
same studio. Studio will not
Mhm.
change.
Okay. Right. Got it. Thank you.
Yep. Anyone else, guys? Any questions? Nothing, guys.
I,
And Rama, you can take a note of this number, and everyone, right? You can take a note of this number, guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if any questions, you can just go ahead with it, and he will guide you to the right person who can answer that.
and for US folks, right? I mean, US or Canada or like other than India, right? So the fee is like 10,000. Okay. And training fee is like 20,000. Just for update.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay. I think we are good, Saki.
Yeah.
Okay. And